Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our online reading retreat labs. So this is also known as Swadhyaya reading retreat labs. Swadhyaya means self-study. Or so now we will start with a new chapter today. So today we are going to start with the canto number 9, chapter number 8. So in the last sessions we have covered till the chapter number 7. So let me share my screen, then we can continue from there. Yes. So this entire chapter, this chapter number 8 is having total 30 verses. So number of verses is here 30. And we are going to cover it in the 4 different sessions. So number of verses, 30 verses, and it will be covered in the 4 different sessions. So today we are going to start with the first one, which is verse number 1 to verse number 6, the birth and activities of King Sagara. So the chapter is entitled as The Sons of Sagara Meet Kapila Deva. Right? So we will now, without any delay, let's move on to the Vedabase. And from the Vedabase, we will go to the chapter number 8, The Sons of Sagara Meet Lord Kapila Deva. In this 8th chapter of the descendants of Rohita are described. In the dynasty of Rohita, there was a king named Sagara, whose history is described in relation to Kapila Deva and the destruction of the sons of Sagara. The son of Rohita was known as Harita, and the son of Harita was Kampa, who constructed a township known as Champapuri. The son of Champa was Sudeva. The son of Sudeva was Vijaya. The son of Vijaya was Varuka, and the son of Varuka was Brika. Bahuka, the son of Brika, was greatly disturbed by his enemies, and therefore he left home with his wife and went to the forest. When he died there, his wife wanted to accept the principles of sati, dying with her husband. But when she was about to die, a sage named Orba found that she was pregnant and forbade her to do so. The co-wives of the wife of Bahuka gave her poison with her food, but still her son was born with the poison. The son was therefore named Sagara. Sa means with and Gara means poison. Okay, so this is the point here. Following the instructions of the great sage Arba, King Sagara reformed many clans, including the Javanas, Sakas, Haihayas, and Barbaras. The king didn't kill them, but reformed them. Then again, following the instructions of Orva, King Sagara performed Aswamedha sacrifices, but the horse needed for such a sacrifice was stolen by Indra, the king of heaven. King Sagara had 2 wives named Sumati and Kesini. While searching for the hearse, the sons of Sumati extensively dug up the surface of the earth and in this way dug a trench, which later became known as the Sagara Ocean. In the course of this search, they came upon the great personality Kapila Deva and thought him to have stolen the horse. And with this offensive understanding, they attacked him and were all burned to ashes. Kesini, the second wife of King Sagara, had a son named Asamanjasa, whose son Amsuman later searched for the horse and delivered his uncles. Upon approaching Kapiladeva, Amsuman saw both a horse meant for sacrifice and a pile of ashes. Amshuman offered prayers to Kapiladeva, who was very pleased by his prayers and who returned the horse. After getting back the horse, however, Amsuman still stood before Kapiladeva, and Kapiladeva could understand that Amsuman was praying for the deliverance of his forefathers. Thus, Kapiladeva offered the instruction that they could be delivered by water from the Ganges. Ansuman then offered respectful obeisances to Kapiladeva. circumambulated him and left that place with a horse for sacrifice. When King Sagara finishes this his yajna, he handed over the kingdom to Ansuman and following the advice of Orba attained salvation. Text number one. Sukadeva Goswami continued, the son of Rohita was Harita, and Harita's son was Champa, who constructed the town of Champapuri. The son of Champa was Sudeva, and his son was Vijaya. The son of Vijaya was Varuka. Varuka's son was Brika, and Brika's son was Bahuka. The enemies of King Bahuka took away all his possessions, and therefore the king entered the order of Banaprastha and went to the forest with his wives. Verse number 3. Bahuka died when he was old, and one of his wives wanted to die with him, following the Sati rite. At that time, however, Orva Muni, knowing her to be pregnant, forbade her to die. Verse number 4. Knowing that she was pregnant, the co-wives of the wife of Bahuka conspired to give her poison with her food, but it didn't act. Instead, the son was born along with the poison. Therefore, he became famous as Sagara, one who is born with poison. Sagara later became the emperor. Place known as Ganga Sagara was excavated by his sons. Verse number 5 to verse number 6. Sagara Maharaj, following the order of his spiritual master, Orva, didn't kill the uncivilized men like the Talajangas, Yavanas, Sakas, Haihayas, and Barbaras. Instead, some of them he made race awkwardly, some of them he saved clean but allowed to wear mustaches. Some of them he left wearing loose hair. Some he half saved, some he left without underwear, and some without extreme garments. Thus, there are these different clans were made to dress differently, but King Sagara didn't kill them. So just to summarize here and just to make a further mind maps, so I will just update here the mind maps. So this is our initial learning. Anyway, the bath and activities. So to make the notes here. So what we have learned in this 6 bus. First of all, Rohita's dynasty was explained. Rohita's dynasty that was from 1 to 2a, that is the verse number 1 to verse number 2a. Here, what we have seen, Rohita's son was, we have seen that Rohita, then Rohita's son was Harita, Harita's son was Champa, Champa's son was Sudeva, Sudeva's son was Vijaya, Vijaya's son was Varuka, Varuka's son was so Buka we will be writing as per the style, this one only. Brika. Icheo Varuka Brika. Brika's son was Bahuka. Right? So now we have seen in the second part that so this is the entire family tree from Rohita's dynasty. Then we have seen from 2 to 4, basically how Bahuka's enemies took away all his gold. Basically, Bahuka's enemies took away all his positions. He talked about Bahuka's enemies who took all the positions of him. And then he took Banaprastha and entered the forest with his wife, but he died due to old age. Then Orba Muni came, forbade her, the his wife actually, too, was pregnant, right? So it introduces died. Then we have seen then one of his wives attempted for sati, but here what happens? Orba Muni denied or forbidden as she was pregnant. Okay, so why Sagara was named? Significance of name of Sagara was mentioned. Name Sagara, that is with poison. He born with a poison, but he was not dead, right? So he became a latter emperor. Okay, so that was the field verse number 4 we have seen. And verse number 5 and verse of 6 actually talk about how Sagara spares many tribes. So that was the summary of verse number 5 to 6. We have seen Sagara spares many tribes. What we have seen, so by the order of his guru Arbamuni, didn't kill the uncivilized men like the Talajangas, Yavana, Sakas, Haihayas, Barbaras. Those are 5 different we have seen in this category. All the name of those, you can say, the tribes, right? So Talajangas, Yavanyas, these are the 5 different, you can say, uncivilized men or the tribe, right? He spared all those lives there, right? So he spared all these 5 different tribes' life, right? And he made them look differently and all. So, but he didn't actually kill them, right? So this was a quick summary. Now we will stop here. In the next session, we will be starting with the verse number 7 till verse number 13. Okay, so we will see one offered Lord Kapila, right? So this one we will be seeing in the next session. जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जय हरे कृष्ण